Welcome to a new trainer challenge video again, and today we're going to take a look at Giovanni as we currently have the shadow event going on here. And we're going to use some interesting Pokemon here. We're going to use the Mewtwo in the armored form. The Giovanni used Mewtwo before in the main series games as well, of course not the armored form. This is a special one from a movie which we have in Pokemon Go, so why not use it? We're going to have the Gliscor from his Black and White 2 team, and we're going to have the Nidoqueen, which you could say is one of the signature Pokemon. It's basically three: the Mewtwo, the Nidoqueen, as well as the Persian. But yeah, this is going to be it for that. Please leave a like on the video. Let's hit 600 likes, and we're going to make another poll for the next trainer we're going to showcase on this channel. And let's go right into the gameplay. Going down to the battles here, we're going to find out if this team works out. I saw already while I built like some glaring weaknesses. One of them would be, for example, a Giratina lead. A Giratina will be also pretty common in this meta because we currently have also the Ultra League Premier version available. So everybody who doesn't play any legendaries is going to go ahead and go into that cup. I am not really in the position to do that, so we're going to have to force us against all those legendary Pokemon. While we encounter here also Walrein, a big issue as well for the team, especially if they go 2 shields down like my opponent here, because we only really have one answer. For me, shielding the moves there didn't really make too much sense. Here my opponent catches on the Giratina. The start looks horrible so far. Let's see if we can still turn it around. We will see here the Giratina going to go ahead and go for some charge moves. Of course, Poison Fang got nerfed. Now it takes a little bit more energy, 5 more energy to get to, but we can still go ahead, go for the debuff and get now the Earth Power through, which is going to put them into a range which I really like, because this is the range I can farm them pretty easily down with my Gliscor now. They're gonna get to 1 more move, but they're gonna put me directly at 1 move as well here, which allows me, if they want to go back into the wall run, what they do, to go for 1 charge move now. Now we have a shield advantage, I have a Pokemon to sack, and I have a type advantage as well. Gonna go ahead and go for the Earthquake. They're gonna go for the charge move. I don't care, we have a Peter here. I can throw my shield up and we will be able to win this first game here. And spoiler alert, this will not be the last game we won. This team worked out way better than I expected, and some games that I lost, I actually lost on my own mistakes, which is kind of sad, but honestly, this team worked out way better than I thought, and it doesn't make sense because it doesn't really look that good on paper. But here, for example, Walrein comes in, Walrein gets the dynamic punch straight into his face, as we can go ahead and go for some side strike damage here as well with our Armored Mewtwo. What a Pokemon to use. I really want to make an episode around this Pokemon here as well with Giovanni. There will be more episodes coming out with Giovanni as well, because definitely I will make a video about the Great League one. I have to build Persian then, which is going to be interesting, but still, this is going to be an interesting one, as we're going to knock out the Walrein, which is our biggest threat anyway for our team. We're going to swap out immediately, and we see a Cresselia coming in. Cresselia is an interesting Pokemon for this team. Why is it so interesting? For the lead, it's not really a good matchup there. We're going to see the lead matchup, I think, as well later, but I'm not sure anymore. But if this Pokemon runs the Chesnaught, it's pretty decent, because like in general, like for this team, it's pretty neutral. But if it runs the future side, the Nidoqueen will not enjoy battling against this Pokemon here. But like this, they run the Chesnaught, we will be able to get some damage on this Charizard now as well. They're going to no-shield this as well, and we can go into our Nidoqueen, go for the full farm down, shield up the potential Blast Burn there. They can also go for 2 Dragon Claws, but not for 1 Blast Burn and a Dragon Claw. But they're gonna go straight for the Blast Burn, allowing us to just go ahead and go for the Poison Fang damage here. I should go more often as well for the Earth Power, but in this case it doesn't matter. We knock them out and win this game as well. Next opponent, next weakness for this team, going to be Trevenant. It's okay to play with the backline, but not when you get hardwall directly here with a 1 Walrein as well. I'm going to try to get some shields from the opponent, because if I get some farm later on against the Walrein with my Mewtwo maybe, I will be able to hit some side strikes against the opponent's Trevenant, but it's still going to be a tough one here, so I'm going to actually go for 2 shields as well. I'm going to go straight for the Earthquake there. Maybe they don't expect me to go for that. Let's see, they do expect me to go for it, and now we can get farmed down, but yeah. Hard wall in this game, there's not a lot that I can do about this. Trevenant is an issue with this team for sure, but if you see it as a safe swap, you at least have your flyer that can go into that. But like this, it's going to be tricky to still have a chance in this battle here, because we got hard wall in the lead, we're going to get hard wall there with the Walrein in a safe swap, and we're going to see a Scrafty in the back, and I misplay that. I think I misplay that. We will be able to go for 1 Poison Fang here, and I have to go for 1 Earth Power now. But I see the damage coming in here, and I was like, might actually be able to just go for one Poison Fang and farm them down here. Let's see. And I actually must play that in two ways here. I should have went for the Earth Power first, but I also should have went for the Poison Fang before that, so I could do more damage with my own fast moves. Like this, actually only gonna get to the Power Punch. That's interesting. Can we go for one move here? Sadly we don't. So this sadly will not turn out too well here as well. As we see the Side Strike, maybe we still get there. We actually get there. Does it do enough damage to knock out this Trevenant? I don't think so. Not even close, but they can go ahead and go for their own charge move here, which is going to be most likely the Shadow Ball, knocking us out. Good game there, but yeah, lead loss, say swap loss, there's not a lot that we can do here. Speaking of lead loss, we will see a Scraft here again, and we will see also a Swampert coming in against us. So like, again, not the best matchup, but maybe we can still flip it around. Let's see. We can go for one Night Slash here. Night Slash going to do some decent damage against it and actually going to be able to force shields later against them. Or they're going to allow me to win this matchup. And they're going to shield this move up here. That's fine. I'm going to get them lower, which is all I really want here, as we will be able to invest another shield here, but this forces the opponent to invest the shield as well, allowing me to now hopefully knock them out and realign my Pokemon, allowing me as well to go ahead and go for one Earthquake, hopefully against the opponent's Tentacruel. But I think I misplayed this game quite a bit. This was also the second game I think I played in general with this team, so now I would play it a little bit differently, but this game is definitely winnable. It looks really decent for me right now. They're gonna go ahead and go for one move here, which is going to be the Scald, and I can swap out into my Nidoqueen against the opponent's Scrafty, but I thought I would be able to survive two of their foul plays, because it does look like that, and that I could go for like another Poison Fang afterwards. Turns out this is not the case, and turns out if I went for Earth Power, I think I would be so fine here. Also, another issue here is that I thought that a Mewtwo would win CMP against a Scrafty. Turns out this is not the case, and I lost this battle in two occasions at the same time here. If I just went ahead and went for the Earth Power, I would have won this battle. If I went ahead and farmed them down there, I would have won this battle, because I had the Side Strike loaded for the opponent's Tentacool, which was at 0 HP, basically, like 0 energy there basically. So this loss here that I just took was definitely winnable in several occasions, which I should have been playing better, but this was not on the team, this was on myself, and I know about that as well. Several occasions where I could have won this, I just didn't take that at that time. We see the Deoxys coming in against us here in the lead there. That's going to be a matchup where I kind of just want to get some energy, and we see a Guzzlord coming in. Guzzlord going to definitely like the Night Slash, but maybe we get a shield here, and we do get a shield here, allowing us to even get another fast move through, and we're going to try to get the knockout maybe with one Earthquake. Now let's see if we can do that. Does one Earthquake knock out a Guzzlord in the Open Ultra League? It does not. It comes close though, and we will be able to just go ahead and go for one fast move with the Nidoqueen. Let this move go through here. It's going to be most likely Crunch here, as they're going to not even get the debuff. I will be able to now go ahead and go for some charge moves hopefully, but we actually see a Drapion coming in. This is going to be a tough one. Drapion going to be a Pokemon that I don't really want to face here. They're going to get the debuff this time around, and we see the Deoxys coming in. I'm going to go for one charge move here, knowing that I am still going to have to swap onto the charge move, and I will swap. Is this a Psycho Boost? It is, and we will be able to now align our Mewtwo here, our Armored Mewtwo, against the opponent's Deoxys, allowing us to farm them all the way down. They're double debuffed, so they're not going to do too much damage here either. And we get a ton of energy now. Enough energy that we can go for two Dynamic Punches back to back against the opponent's Drapion, forcing A, some health from the opponent, but also B, the shield from the opponent, which is even more important. I thought of swapping out here as well, trying to go for like maybe a Poison Fang and try to get them low, but no, we're not joking around here. We're just gonna go for two nukes there, and we're gonna go ahead, farm them down, and go for another nuke here with the Earth Power from the Nidoqueen. This will knock them out easily, and this is going to be a good game again. You see, this team works out really well for whatever reason, I don't even know. But yeah, I'm taking this, definitely taking this. We see actually a good lead for us, and in general a good Pokemon to face, because our entire team is good against Cobalion. Like, there's not a single Pokemon here that is not good. As we're going to be able to go for two more fast moves and go for the Dynamic Punch, as we will not be able to hit all the bubbles here. This was on my own fault there. But yeah, we're not going to talk about this. Just forgot to hit the bubbles. So this was not on the game. I'm not going to blame the game for that one. I was like, oops. But yeah, we see a Pidgeot coming in here, which will allow us to go for a Night Slash. This will do some nice damage already. We have a pretty decent matchup in general against the Pidgeot, and yeah, we will see here that we can get the Feather Dance off, and we will be able to still go for some charge moves. Again, if we had 600 likes on this video, I'm going to make a poll in the YouTube section for that, for the community section, for the next episode for this series. If you enjoy the series, please leave a thumbs up on that video. Would appreciate it. We see here a Galarian Weezing coming in. This Weezing will go for a Brutal Swing, not knocking us out, and we can go ahead and go into our Armored Mewtwo. Straight going for the side strike here, getting the shield from the opponent, and I want to get another one off. They're going to go for the CMP tie. Very smart move by them, as we can go ahead and go for the side strike now, hopefully knocking them out or get the final shield. We will get the final shield here, and they decide to swap out for whatever reason. I take that one, because I will be able to go for one Night Slash now. At least I thought I lose CMP against Pidgeot, which I didn't know, but I can at least get the damage on or not. They're going to go for one more move. It's going to be a Brave Bird. How did they get all the energy? And now it's going to be a close race here. I can still get to the Earth Power, and this is going to be a very good game here. Next up coming, we will see the Mewtwo against a Chesnaught. Good lead for me. Didn't really pay attention to this battle. I know that I I think did some other YouTube stuff at the same time. So I was like, what am I going to do here? I'm just going to take one move and get the energy on my Mewtwo. I remember then that they had Chesnaught in the back as well, as I actually didn't even pay attention to the battles there. And I was now able to go into my Gliscor, knowing that I'm going to most likely have to shield once. I'm just going to shield the first move, just in case it's Future Sight. Future Sight would do a lot of damage. We will be able to go ahead and go for another Night Slash afterwards. We can take this move pretty easily. And the thing here now as well is that I can overfarm a lot till 2 Night Slashes, and if they want to shield here, they will have to shield another time, and they are going to have to shield another time here for sure. But they're going to decide, actually no, they're going to decide to shield here as well. I'm going to be able to just shield this move up as well. I could let this move go through as well, because I have 2 good answers for the Chesnaught, but I just want to get up to the Earthquake, go for my Mewtwo, go for the Side Strike, knock them out here, and let's see what they have in the bag. It's going to be the Giratina. I will be able to win CMP with the Gliscor and the Giratina for sure, so as we can go for the Side Strike now, doing a ton of damage against them, we will be able to now snipe them after they throw the charge move here with our Gliscor, trying to go for the Earthquake, trying to knock them out straight away with that, and we will be able to hit that one pretty easily. Even with like some lag occurred, I think we still would have won with our Nidoqueen alone. 1 Earth Power should have been enough, but I like this, easy games. Next opponent here is the Elite against Cresselia, which I talked about as well before. Don't know if I won this battle or not, but what I usually would do here is I just would generate as much energy as possible. Having energy on the Mewtwo is really important, as you will be able to snipe opponents with those good charge moves. Dynamic Punch plus the Side Strike is a really good combination. You could also go for Earthquake, which it learns. I think it also learns a Rock Slide, which might be an interesting play against all those Pidgeot around right now. But usually Rock Slide doesn't really help you too much. I think the Dynamic Punch helps you way more against potential Steel types, which you really struggle against like Flying types. You still will be able to go for one charge move with them as well. As we will see here, the opponent coming in with their Giratina, which is going to be awkward. I can at least get my move through, which is nice, and I can go for another one, which will allow me here now as well to go ahead and get some shields, I guess. Not really damage, but shields. And we're going to try to just go ahead and farm them all the way down here. They're going to throw here. They have to throw here, of course. And you will be able to now go ahead and farm them all the way down, as you should be fine here. Dragon Claw coming through, as you can go for the move against Cresselia. It's going to be a difficult one though. We still have to farm them all the way down. I think it's going to be a tough one to still beat. I don't know, but still Mewtwo put in some work there, I guess, and we will be able to take the Grass Knot they have to throw here on the CMP time. They're most likely going to shield, just as they want to get the damage on me here, or try to get basically the final shield by me. I get a lot of energy here, but unless we one-shot the whatever they have in the back, which we don't do here, we're going to have a difficult time. I'm going to go for the bait first, which is, in hindsight, I think it might have lost me the game. Nah, it doesn't matter actually. Can go for the Earth Power now. This will not knock the opponent out without the debuff first, so like it's going to be sadly a loss here, but still a close one. Still not really the favorable matchups that we are looking for, so fine losing this one, but I think now we're going to have some greater time. We see a Clefable. It's going to be an interesting one as well. Clefable is something I want to of course have against my Nidoqueen, but I cannot really swap out here as well. I'm scared a little bit about a potential Warren in the back, so I don't know. We see actually the Trevenant coming in, allowing us to go into our own Gliscor. And we will be able to go for one shield here because it can be in Shadow Ball and it will be a Shadow Ball, allowing us to go for one Night Slash. This Night Slash here will actually get us the boost, and this is important as we now can farm them down. And now we also have more pressure against the opponent's Pokemon. We see the Swampert coming in here, getting a ton of energy, but we can go for the Night Slash, going to be able to force some shields from the opponent. And I just want to get the damage on them here right now with my Wing Attack, as we will be able to wing it here anyway. Going for the Night Slash, gonna get the final shield, and they are forced to throw here as well. They have basically 0 extra energy, I think, and I will be able to go ahead and swap into my Mewtwo, allowing us to actually hit another charge move here as well with the Side Strike, going to be nice, and we will be able to go ahead and go into our Nidoqueen, catching the move from the opponent's Clefable, going to be a Meteor Mash, knocking them out with our moves, but they can go for a charge blow with the Swampert, but they decide to not do that. For whatever reason, I have no idea, but this is going to be then an easy game. They had definitely moved stalled already, I think, at this point of time, so they could have knocked me out there. I think I still would have lost against our Mewtwo, but still, it's fine. Final game for this video. It was a ton of fun to play this one. Honestly, I love when those challenges actually work out pretty well. It's always a little bit annoying to try to actually win a lot of games with stuff that is like completely horrendous, but this team actually worked out pretty well, as we will be able to go for some moves here as well. Look at the opponent using also a Mewtwo, is kind of wild. It's not really a common Pokemon nowadays in the Ultra League. Back in the day, Open Ultra League was basically Mewtwo Town, like everybody was using that thing. But nowadays it's a little bit rarer, but we will be able to actually take the Side Strike. I don't know where they threw, but we will be able to farm them all the way down with our own Mewtwo, which is actually what I really would like to do here, just because I want to get all the energy. They cannot have a move that really hurts us, and the confusion just puts an end to the opponent's Mewtwo. We go for one charge move here because before even our Nidoqueen struggled a little bit against Grafties, and we see the Weezing coming in. We're just gonna go straight for the Poison Fang because we do neutral damage and this just adds up. It's the safest way to play this in my opinion. Still, maybe Earth Power would have been cool as well, but they're kind of forced to no shield now as well. But yeah, this is going to be basically it for this one. I think I went 7-3 and 2 games I could have won from it. So it's tough for me to rate this one because on paper this team looks kind of mid-tier, not horrible, but kind of mid-tier, especially against like Warren and stuff. But when I played it, it was so well, so I guess I have to put them kind of into the same tier as Blue right now. So let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Where would you rank this? Because I feel it's a little bit tricky. And yeah, leave a like on the video. Try to hit 600 likes for a poll on the community tab for the next one for the Ultra League. And I see you in the next video. Bye!